Alan, did you have a credential for the LIV Tour?
In today's episode of Big Boy Pants Golf, we're going to dive into Alan Shipnuck, the guy who tried to submarine Phil Mickelson. Let's see what he says on different talk shows and how they potentially differ from his tweets.
I did, yes. It was kind of a cliffhanger. I had to send 3 emails. They finally credentialed me yesterday morning. So I was certainly entitled to be at the press conference.
Alan Shipnuck does come off as entitled. For some reason, he thinks he's entitled to make a living off of Phil Mickelson's name, kind of submarining him by putting in words that possibly Phil Mickelson didn't authorize to put into an unauthorized biography, resulting in Phil losing some fans and becoming a more polarizing figure in sports and in golf in particular.
When they gave me my credential, the very nice woman here running the press room said, Phil has asked or has made it clear that he doesn't care to speak to you this week. I was like, yeah, it's not really up to Phil.
Yes, it is up to Phil if he wants to speak to you or not, Alan.
I mean, I'm here to do my job and not cater to the whims of, pampered superstars.
At this point, you've got to wonder to yourself, is Alan's job riding Phil's coattails, or if it's stalking?
So I attended his press conference. I was just standing quietly in the back listening. I had one boring golf question I was thinking of asking, but I was kind of doing a vibe check and seeing what the energy was like, because it's been a very weird, awkward week in a lot of different ways. And but it just started when Greg Norman's goons descended on me. And
here's a snippet of video of Alan Shipnuck getting removed from Phil Mickelson's post-round interview this evening at the LIV event outside of London. Not shown. One of the security guards twice putting hands on Alan, who on both occasions said, "Do not touch me." Video by CNN.
Shorter format. It's important to have a good first day. We're going to have big days to catch up.
Let's deep dive this tweet a little bit in relation to the video. Alan Shipnuck says, "You cannot make this shit up." Do you ever notice that when someone says, "You can't make this shit up," a lot of times they've done exactly that? What are the odds that CNN just happened to be there pointing at Alan Shipnuck when Greg Norman happened to be in the background? Did you see that all-knowing look that Alan Shipnuck gave? He knows there's a camera on him, and they've got the exact shot they need with Greg Norman in the background. Don't tell me this wasn't staged. This is the text that Alan Shipnuck sends to Greg Norman. "Are you aware that I just got muscled out of Phil's press conference by a couple of your goons?" I mean, who uses the word goons? And if you look at the remainder of the video, no one's touching Alan Shipnuck. This is a very CNN tactic. Luckily for you guys, I kept my cool and de-escalated the situation. Okay, who talks like that? Please call me to discuss. Greg Norman responds, "Did not hear. Thanks for letting me know." And then, obviously, Shipnuck. That's funny because it's weird because there's about an hour and 20 minutes between the texts of Alan Shipnuck. I guess he had to wait for Greg Norman to respond before he can get his little CNN gotcha moment.
I mean, the whole thing is just farcical. It's like I'm just a lowly golf writer. This is just a meaningless golf tournament on some level. Like, what is everyone so worried about? These are not state secret.
Here's your chance. Get your point in right now.
I guess we're learning that if you're mixed up with the Saudis, you don't support an independent free press.
Yes, that's why they let you come to the golf tournament, because they don't support an independent free press. Doesn't make sense, does it?
This has been 3 decades in the making for Norman. Like, he tried to get a world tour going in the early 90s. It was going to be backed by Rupert Murdoch and Fox.
You might not know this, but CNN doesn't like Fox.
Yeah, there's a greater concern that it's a Saudi-backed golf league banishing journalists.
If you have been watching the tournament at all, you saw the press conferences, and there were people called journalists asking the many golfers many questions. So this also doesn't really make sense.
These guys have been taking tough questions all week. Like, it was a CNN guy who shot that video. And other people getting involved. It's just so dumb on their part. More than anything, it's bad public relations for a circuit that desperately needs kind of an image makeover as it is. Because
Alan, it can't be that hard to read off the script that CNN gave you. You just got to read it, dude.
yeah, I mean, there is an element of hypocrisy in all this, because many players have gone over to Saudi Arabia over the last 5 years and taken money from the Saudis in appearance fees and then this European PGA Tour event that's played annually, and they've skated. There's a script. There are a lot of qualms about the Saudi involvement.